Part 1. White Clouds. Verdant Rain Moon. Tower of Black Winds. The ceaseless rains that satiate the verdant landscape of Fodlan are accompanied by fierce winds and mighty roars of thunder. This abundance of rain, sparkling as it falls against beams of emerging sunlight, is a constant reminder to the people of Fodlan that nature is ever wild and unpredictable. For when the rain finally does take pause, the clouds part and give way to a glorious rainbow.
Loading screens as usual. Why didn't they load while they're doing the cutscene is what I want to know.
I have a new mission for you, Professor.
Yes.
I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves.
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Lance of Ruin. Their leader's name is Miklan. He is apparently a disowned son of House Gautier.
Why was he disowned?
I believe it had something to do with his lack of a crest. Such happenings are fairly common within the kingdom.
The Crestless cannot unleash the goddess's power even if they possess a relic. Nonetheless, they are still capable of simply wielding those weapons.
The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force. Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seiros are away from the monastery, purging the apostates of the Western Church. So we are entrusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the Sword of the Creator, which is more than capable of opposing any relic.
The Sword of the Creator is a powerful weapon well beyond the other relics. You have nothing to fear. However, to ensure that no harm comes to the students, we will also send the monastery's most skilled individuals to aid you.
I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of that holy sword. Also, you should know that Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. That is all.
Not the hand, the man.
Professor, I heard about our mission for this month. A thief with a hero's relic is worrisome, but with you at our side, I'm certain we can handle him. After all, you have the Sword of the Creator. It was allegedly wielded by Nemesis, the King of Liberation. If the legends are true, you hold the power to stand against entire armies. A band of thieves should be nothing. Even the most elite Imperial forces or the Knights of Seiros could not hope to defeat you.
It would never come to that. Why does it matter? Oh, that's foreshadowing.
I'm just marveling at the potential. Besides, your power does not lie solely in the Sword of the Creator. You are stronger and more terrifying than you realize.
Thank you.
Professor, when we leave the monastery, will you still think of yourself as my teacher?
If we left the monastery?
Never mind. I'm being thoughtless with my words. For now, let's just focus on the problem at hand.
Good of you to come, Professor. I've heard much about you lately. Specifically, that you are able to awaken the Sword of the Creator's power. Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered. I had, of course, seen your crest before. However, at first, I failed to recognize its true nature. Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a small part of a greater whole. In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected when using normal instruments. After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis. However, I could not be certain. The crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual. A crest thought to have disappeared from this world in the millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the King of Liberation. The crest of flames. That is what you possess.
The crest of
Your
flames.
ability to wield the sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis. A legendary power, dormant since time immemorial, and now resurrected. There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you.
Wow, who'd have thunk it? You're curious to know how Edelgard is doing. Go for a visit. Wasn't I just talking to you?
Save.
Nani? Is that a ghost?
We are within a monastery. No ghost would dare set foot in here.
Bet. You're a ghost.
What is that look upon your face? I am no ghost, if that is what was on your mind.
Again, bet.
No. Who's there? Professor, what are you doing here?
I heard something.
Oh? Perhaps I was talking in my sleep.
Why did you go to sleep with your school uniform on? Bad dreams?
Ah, so you heard me then. Yes, it was a nightmare. I've had them since I was a child. Stupid, pointless dreams I can't control. It's terribly frustrating.
Anything I can help with?
No, they're just worthless dreams of the past. Talking about it won't change a thing.
You can trust me with anything.
I had a feeling you'd say that. I suppose I could try, but only if you swear not to tell a soul. I appreciate it. I dream of my older brother, paralyzed, helpless. My older sister crying for help that never came. The youngest babbling words beyond meaning. I see my family dying slowly, waiting in the darkest depths for a glimmer of light. I once had 10 siblings, 8 older and 2 younger. Such a large family, and yet I became the heir to the throne. Do you know why? Every last one of them was crippled by disease, or lost their mind, or died. I was the only one left who could inherit the throne.
How could such a thing happen?
Things kept getting worse. The darkness kept getting darker. In the end, I was the only one who survived. The nightmares are a reminder to never forget, to never allow such terrible things to happen again.
Never again.
Even now, I'm the only one who can carry the weight of the Adrestian Empire. The future of the Empire, of everything, depends on me. I shared more than I intended to. I suppose there's something in the air tonight. I've never told anyone about my past before. Please, forget I said anything. Sleep well, my teacher.
Whose birthday is it? Don't care. You're curious to know how Hubert is doing. Go for a visit. Yes. ...
It seems I am discovered. I suppose that means assassination is out of the question. At least for now.
What do you think you're doing?
Merely keeping an eye on you, for the moment. Nothing to be concerned over. Unusually watchful. Difficult to steal upon in slumber. Perhaps an odorless, tasteless poison. Lady Edelgard certainly took interest in a difficult one this time.
Why are you following me?
I suppose that question does warrant a response, considering it may mean your life. The answer requires me to explain some of the complex internal politics of the Empire. Are you familiar with Volkard von Arundel? He is Lady Edelgard's uncle. You may also know him as Lord Arundel, the Empire's regent. Many years ago, he took Her Majesty and fled to the Kingdom of Fargus. Then after a time, he returned to seize power. Joining forces with Prime Minister Eyre and my father, Lord Arundel rendered Emperor Ionius IX politically impotent. Lady Edelgard is Ionius IX's daughter. I cannot begin to fathom the depth of her sadness at his betrayal. I see something of Lord Arundel in you. When I look at you, I feel I can almost see a second self lurking beneath the surface.
Ain't that the truth?
It is as if you are in constant dialogue with something inside your heart. Something with desires very different from your own. Does that description feel familiar to you at all? Because to me, you seem unpredictable. As though you could turn traitor at any moment.
There might be something to that.
The more I learn about you, the less I like. I had thought you might be of use to Lady Edelgard, but now I am beginning to think you may, through no fault of your own, present too great a risk. I hope you will prove me wrong, Professor. I would hate for this to come to bloodshed.
No, you wouldn't. You of all people wouldn't. Already no other support conversations, wow. Right, explore. Da-na-na. Oh. Dun, dun.
So, Professor. Gerald was looking for you. It seems he has gone off somewhere. If he is not in his room, then surely someone has seen him. Ask around. I have something to ask of you.
As we know from last route, Gerald is in the graveyard. So I'm just gonna go straight there. Dun, 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 dun. Let me in. Let me in.
Hey, I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you. So, here I am. I was thinking we should visit your mother. She's resting beneath this humble grave.
Why is her grave here?
Oh, of course you would ask that. I wouldn't know where to begin. I suppose I haven't talked much about her. She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone. And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. And she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you. She died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you, but she loved you with all her heart. That's the truest thing I know. Never forget it. This ring is the only keepsake I have of her. In time, it will be yours. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's tend to the saint statues, shall we?
Why is that fish so still? Wait, is it swimming sideways? Perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten.
Ah, Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you.
though I'm certain my brother would disapprove. Might you help me with a favor?
To the Saints. Oi.
Hello there.
You have helped me so much.
Need something? This one? This one? This one?
This one.
You're all set.
Let's
This
get
one?
that XP plus 10%.
This one? You're all... This one? This one? This one? This one? You're all set.
So really, everyone's gaining
See you again
60%
soon.
XP. Which is great, to be honest. Forge the way. The blacksmith. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun.
I could use your help.
Dun, 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 dun,
Would you help me out?
dun, 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 dun.
Knew I could count on you. Hey there, come back anytime.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun.
Hey there, Professor. I've been hearing about you a lot lately. Word on the street is you wield some amazing sword. If you ever want to sell it to me, I pay top G. Just kidding. Sorta. It's, not for sale, is it?
No touchy, no touchy.
Hey,
It's my sword.
How about a favor?
The game is so loud in my ears. I just turned it down. Ugh, I don't want to do sauna time.
Hey, I could use a hand.
What the?
Fine. I'm not looking. Oh, okay, fine. I can feel my worries drifting away.
Thanks. I'm glad I asked you.
I am trusting. You must be rather bewildered by the power that was hidden within. However, know that I believe in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly. You will most certainly fulfill the grand destiny that the goddess has seen fit to grant you. May I ask a favor of you?
Tea time. Dun, dun.
I'm pleased to have been invited. I am grateful.
Bum, dun, dun. Her clothes are going inside of her.
Of course.
Mighty weapons. Oh, okay.
Yes,
The existence of crests.
of course. Of course.
Tell me about yourself.
Of course. How quick.
I did not
I
mean to
appreciate your
skip
effort.
that.
How are you managing the Sword of the Creator? No problems? I hope you have not left it lying somewhere unattended or anything foolish like that.
Do you see it on me? Then what do you think? I'm no problem.
You'll need the sword's power on your next mission. I trust you will handle it without much issue.
Hello, Leonie.
Captain Gerald was all furrowed brow earlier. Do you know what's got him so concerned? If there's a problem, I want to help any way I can.
Why don't you ask him yourself? Actually, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I doubt there's anything I can do for him, but I figured I'd ask anyway.
I do know the problem. Well, it's not really a problem. He just wanted to show me Mother. What does that say? T-O-G... I don't know.
Oh my, the crest of flames?
Took
Could
over.
it really? Yes, the actual crest of flames! Ha ha ha!
Yay.
No, that is quite enough. I should compose myself. I must remain objective in my research. Objective, professional.
I respect your self-control.
The scandal with the Western Church troubles me. We cannot afford to let ourselves be swept along, and yet...
Hi. Don't you think Professor Hanneman's been acting a bit strange? Maybe he's made some kind of big discovery.
The assassination attempt on Lady Rhea, the theft of a hero's relic. I am up to my ears in foul news of recent. Speaking of, there's a terrifying rumor swirling around Garreg Mach these days. Apparently, a spirit of death wielding a huge scythe has been kidnapping young maidens. Will the madness never end?
You already knew about that, didn't we?
Impressive. Think of it. The Sword of the Creator, belonging to the ancient king Nemesis. You have to master it as soon as you can. I can't wait to face off against such a legendary weapon.
I heard about the things you did. I'm so glad Lady Rhea is safe. I figure you're a great person after all, Professor.
Thank you. I try.
Hey there. Hey, Teach. I hear you were able to use the Sword of the Creator. That means... What does that mean? Could it mean that you're a descendant of Nemesis, the King of Liberation?
He didn't have children, did he?
The Western Church. The Central Church. They believe in the same goddess, but oppose one another. Fodlan is a complicated place.
True.
I am sorry that the kingdom's unrest did not stop with Lord Lonato. Professor, the hero's relics are incredibly powerful. Please, be on your guard.
It's alright, Miklan's easy.
Mercedes. Her face looks familiar.
That's so.
I'm not secretly eating cake.
I'll take your word for it.
You're getting pretty good at talking through the door, Professor.
You need bravery herb.
Thank you.
It's awful. Just awful what happened with the rite of rebirth. The infirmary. Well, it was a mess. Things are finally calm again, and so I've come here to unwind. Let me tell you, I put all of my knowledge to use keeping those kids alive. Still, the truth of it is that when someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn if they can do it again. We can't lose them, Professor. Not to battle or to cowardice. If you can keep them going, then I will too.
I will try my best.
Hi there.
Gatekeeper, actually there's people in here.
Professor, please leave Sylvain alone for the time being.
No.
The thing is, the bandit's leader who stole the relic is Sylvain's
Oh, sorry.
disinherited older
Punched the
brother.
mic by accident.
I have a request. Hail, Professor. If I may introduce myself, I am Gilbert. My life has been spent as a dedicated knight. I am to accompany you on your assignment.
Hello, Gilbert.
I may have slowed a step in recent years, but I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
No, Professor. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
No.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, come to think of it, last month there was something to report, wasn't there? Thanks to you, I hear that everything was resolved. I never realized that bandits had entered. I'm not a great guard after all, am I? I hope you will forgive me one day.
No. Of course I will.
The coffin of Saros in the Holy Mausoleum should have held her remains. Instead, it held the sword of the Creator. What could it mean?
That there is no Saros.
Some people are unhappy because they don't have the crest they want. And some are unhappy because they have a crest they never asked for.
For a hero's relic to be stolen, it's unheard of.
And just last month, the sword of the Creator was almost stolen too.
Also quite unheard of. What impudence.
For House Gautier to invite us onto their land, they must be desperate. But at least we'll have the stalwart knights ready to stand around and watch us do all the work.
True.
That's not as distinguished as an archbishop, such as Lady Rhea, but it still comes with a fair amount of authority.
The head of the Western Church holds the title of bishop.
If someone in that position plotted an assassination, I cannot help but think it must have been instigated by some outside force. There are bishops in the Eastern Church as well, but to speak frankly, they do not have much impact. They are under the influence of both the Archbishop and the Leicester Alliance, so their ability to voice grievances is quite limited.
Oh, that man I walked past earlier. That wasn't Lord Rodrigue, was it? House Fraldarius is a powerful noble family, linked to the founding of Fargus. Lord Rodrigue, its current leader, is a magnificent warrior. He's known as the Shield of Fargus. A dozen or so years ago, during the Northern Campaign in Srang, he performed splendidly as the king's right hand. Come to think of it, wasn't there someone from House Fraldarius amongst this year's students?
Never heard of him.
You acquitted yourself honorably last month. To think they'd go into the Holy Mausoleum and assault the Goddess Tower. I cannot imagine the Western Church was acting on its own. Someone must have been helping them. As for the masked knight who escaped, his days are numbered. I hope we find him soon, so I can kill him myself.
I am Rodrigue Achille Fraudarius. I bear the great honor of serving as a lord in the kingdom of Fargus. I have come in Margrave Gautier's stead to retrieve their stolen relic. However, as I hear it, a group of students is to attend to this matter. I sincerely hope no harm comes to any of them.
I can't believe my own brother is the leader of the bandits. House Gautier is my true home. And his. Please, Professor. He really is one of the worst people I've ever known. But we share the same blood. We're still family.
Oh.
Right.
I could just warp. Why haven't I done that?
Hey!
Okay.
I've had a chance to spar with Gilbert of the Knights of Seros before. I couldn't get a single strike in. If that man is accompanying you on your assignment, you can rest assured that no harm will come to you. To be honest, he kind of reminds me of someone. But no, it must be my imagination, right?
Right. You guys have it bad in your own way. But believe me when I say we've got it bad too. With all that happened last month, a great many knights were dispatched to the Western Church. And now we must set out for the Eastern Church, located in the far east of the Leicester Alliance. If I must die in Alliance territory, I wish it wasn't in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. I'd much rather go on a sightseeing trip to Deirdre. Oh, you don't know? Deirdre is House Regan's domain. It's called the Aquatic Capital.
Mercedes, I need to give you gifts.
Isn't it strange? Saint Seros' body was missing from her coffin, but they found a sword in its place. Do you think she moved from her coffin and left the sword behind? No. Isn't it do you
There we go. Once I support her, she should automatically join at some point.
So the whole plan to attack the monastery was some plot devised by the Western Church? That means they used Lenato. What right do they have to drag a good man like him into their schemes?
I heard a relic was stolen. If this had something to do with a family conflict, I don't think I could choose a side.
Even if there's a clear guilty
I
party.
think I'd be a pretty good judge of that. I know relics aren't easy to come by, but I'd still like to get my hands on one.
It would do 10 damage to you each turn though if you did. Just
This
talk to
has
her.
been my first time to the Kingdom's North. I hear the people of North are cold and have much loneliness. Professor, I hear you have worked as a mercenary in the Kingdom. Did you find joy in this?
Yes.
You cannot remember?
Oh.
Is that having possibility? I have amazement.
But Blue Lines is my favourite route, which is why I'm doing it last. Saving the best for last.
I have heard that someone from House Gautier, one of the Kingdom of Fargus' noble families, is causing some sort of commotion. What a complete disgrace to the nobility.
You're curious to know how Mercedes is doing. Go for a visit? Yes.
You there, youngster. Won't you listen to this old man's troubles? I was born and raised right here in this town. I spent my whole life here. My daughter lives in the Empire, and she sent me a letter to ask if I was keeping up with my daily worship.
Well, hello there, Professor. Is this a friend of yours?
I do not know this man.
Is that so? I was sure you two knew each other. Is there something we can do for you, good sir?
Oh, what a lovely young lady. I was just telling this kind soul a story.
Really? What's troubling you?
Well, I was thinking of going to daily prayer, but my leg's been acting up and I can't walk properly.
How terrible. That's no good at all. May I be of assistance? I'd be happy to lend a shoulder and escort you to the chapel.
Would you? Oh, I'd be most grateful to you. Thank the goddess for sending this young lady to me today.
We'll need your help too, Professor. Here, sir, take my arm. Splendid work, Professor. You really seem to appreciate our assistance.
You helped me out too.
I don't think I did anything particularly deserving of praise. I'm just happy that I could help. You did a great job cheering him up on your own. Putting a smile on someone's face always seems to brighten up the day. Is something wrong? You're giving me a strange look.
How did you know something was bothering him?
Oh, how should I put this? I suppose it's just second nature to me.
What do you mean?
It's difficult to describe, but I can usually tell when someone is worried about something. Back there, I could tell that both you and the old man were in distress. I spent a good amount of my life living in the church. Maybe that's why I'm so good at identifying these things?
That's news to me.
Did I not mention that before? I spent nearly 10 years of my life in the Church of Fargus. Many came to us with their troubles. In my own time of need, I once ran to the church myself, and they helped me. May I share something with you, Professor? It's about a dream of mine.
What's your dream?
I'd like to work in the church one day. I want to be like the priest who helped me. Never mind. It's not a very realistic dream. Please forget I said anything. If I were someone else, perhaps a commoner without a crest or stature, maybe things would be different. It's a bit sad, but this is the way things have to be. After all, only the goddess can decide our fates.
Poor Mercedes. Oh well, she should join my team now.
Hey there, Professor.
In my opinion, she is a better healer than Linhardt.
Hey, Professor. Don't you think everyone's making too big a fuss over these crests or heroes relics or whatever they're called? How important can that stuff really be?
It's very important.
Personally, I don't even care that I don't have a crest. I'll take muscles over crests any day. Heck, I'll take muscles over a hot meal. Actually...
I thought school life would be peaceful and quiet, with a sprinkle of drama to keep things interesting. But since you arrived, it's been one thing after another. Is that just a coincidence, I wonder?
Maybe, maybe not.
What do you mean? I don't like the way you said that. Stop trying to spook me. Is it true that Lady Rhea entrusted the Sword of the Creator to you?
Yes.
I can hardly even fathom you being capable of wielding something of such power.
Thanks.
Just who are you anyway?
Never mind.
reminds me.
The Leicester Alliance is governed through roundtable conferences between the 5 most prominent allied dukes, the 5 Great Lords. First and foremost is Duke Regan, the Alliance's leader. Joining him are the heads of House Goneril, House Gloucester, and House Ardelia. Lastly, there is the newest addition, Margrave Edmund. These 5 each have voting power in the conferences. Before House Edmund, it was House Daphne that was counted amongst the 5. However, it is said that the head of that family relinquished their vote to House Edmund, which had only recently risen to significance.
But why?
Professor, if you're heading to the kingdom, I would recommend taking a coat. It's chilly, even at this time of year. It also rains a fair bit. Don't get caught out there without protection, or you're sure to catch a cold. So, you have a crest too, eh, Professor? Does that mean you're descended from nobility? You've certainly got the look for it. I sure do wish there were more nobles like you, Professor.
I'm not a noble.
A teacher, a mercenary, and so very mysterious. How could a girl ever get enough?
Swinging a sword about in the Holy Mausoleum? The potential for damage is too great to imagine. I sincerely hope the saints' coffins were not damaged.
One might have been scratched.
Were you using magic? I've heard you weren't, but it's torture not being able to go inside the Holy Mausoleum for an entire year.
I need to give you
magic?
enlightening
I'll
herbs.
gladly take this.
I appreciate your effort.
Now it is time to feast.
For
I keep forgetting. Lysithea should eat with Linhart and Mercedes with Ferdinand. I keep forgetting to do that. Oops.
I eat it.
While
Who do I still need to eat with? Oh, no one. I've eaten another one. Okay. Let's go choir. And then I need to do my axe things. Let's choir with...
I hope this song
And then, where is Alois and Gilbert to upgrade my axe?
Professor.
Because I want to make Byleth a hero.
I may have slowed a step in.
Even though it's objectively the worst sword class, I want to do it. I'm going for it. Where's Alois? Oh, sad. Guess I'm talking to Sethith then. Dun, dun, dun.
How are you, man?
Give me the axe.
Practice yields results.
And you need the same thing. Ah! Why no perfect?
No. Right. Right. My effort. Nothing.
How long will... Oh. Help?
I'll... Think?
I'm a quick.
Oh.
I have a question for you, Professor.
What? When I take a lecture I'm not interested in, I get so sleepy. I just can't fight it. I should just give up, don't you think? Close my eyes and enjoy a peaceful slumber? If you take an interest, you won't get sleepy.
I got it.
I mean, I'm not wrong.
Professor?
Nothing is impossible. It is not a total waste.
I've grasped.
Oh no. Right, we must do battle time. Clearing the way. Yes. You are level 11. And you are going to use axe. You need to get to C, don't you?
Stay focused.
I think when I do my Blue Lions run, I'm gonna attempt to do it madden. I'm gonna make an attempt to do maddening. Because why not?
Whoa.
Right. Renown increase. Maintaining your training. Okay, let's go maintain our training. Also a Magdred way.
Well, is that thanks a bunch? Come back.
Who else is level 11 still? No one. Okay. Level 12s now. So still Bernie.
Stay focused.
Dun, dun, kill you.
Right.
I guess her.
Not yet. I don't want them to take the heal tile from me. Kill you. Battle in the plains.
Well, is that thanks a bunch? Come back.
And I think buy a second one just to be safe.
Is that the one? Thanks a come back.
Stay focused. Being mindful.
Okay, ow. What happened to me? You did 11 damage. Mad. Die. Right, do this. Stun them all.
Such.
Get wrecked.
Careful now.
And again. Uh-oh. Concoction time. Come on, live.
I am great.
I lift.
Forgive.
Aww. Cry.
Careful now.
Okay, stand here. And heal again then. Did I not buy a second iron axe?
Stay focused.
I thought I did. Oops.
Roar feeds my body.
Bad level.
Be mindful.
Okay, stand there.
It's
I've unlocked Astra while using
Stay
an axe.
focused.
My
Oh.
I am
Ugh. You miss. Why would you do that to me?
Roar.
Well, my axe survived. Okay. Will this be the week that Mercedes joins me? Let's see.
I will. I am.
Yes. You're being a sword master, so. Alright, I think I said this before, but I've never ran a sword master Petra, so I want to see how it does.
Professor?
Yes. No. Oh. Ah. You're curious to know how Petra is doing. Go for a visit. Yes.
Professor?
It's very late.
Please take my apologies. I lost time while I was training. There are not many chances for real fighting here. My body is more weak than it was. Weaker, I mean. I will keep training now. I hope your night is good.
You're overdoing it.
I need to have more training. There are things that I have not done yet. Things that have to be done. For the future. I have to try with hardness. Training, studying, socializing. I will not always be having time to do those things. And speaking the language of Fodlan, I worry I will never be doing it just right.
Why do you try so hard?
Why? Because the position of Brigid is weak. Fodlan and Dagda are big. Brigid is a small island in the middle of them. Brigid has great beauty, but little power. We will not have, will not survive unless we get more strength. I will lead Brigid, and so I have responsibility. I have to have more strength than anyone.
perhaps it doesn't have to be that way.
Having more strength than anyone might be impossible. But I have to give it my best try. I am an ally of everyone, and I have belonging at the Officers' Academy. That is also why I try with hardness. You can always be counting on me. But you should know that one of these days will be when I return to Bridget. Before that day, do not try stopping me from trying. And please, keep watching over me. With you, I can try with more hardness than I could alone.
You're curious now how Bernadetta is doing. Go for a visit? Yes.
Great weather today. Perfect for shutting yourself inside, don't you think?
Definitely.
I'm glad you get it. With great weather like this, there'll be no one inside to bother us. I love feeling like I'm all alone in the world.
What made you such a recluse?
Oh, that. Well, I guess I can tell you, Professor. My father's obsessed with money. He's only ever seen me as bait for a rich husband. To train me to be a good wife, he'd do things like tie me to a chair. I tried hard to do as he asked. Honestly, I did. But before I knew it, I just couldn't bring myself to leave my room anymore.
Why not?
I just had this overwhelming feeling of fear all the time. No matter how hard I tried, my father never thought I was good enough. After that, it was just constant scolding. He couldn't say 2 words to me without mentioning how useless I was. An unmarriageable girl. My life was isolated, to say the least. I wasn't allowed to play with other kids, let alone make friends. Soon, I stopped wanting that. I was happiest alone, but even that made him mad. And when he tried to drag me outside, I kicked and screamed so much, I seriously hurt myself. He's calmed down a bit in recent years. His constant torment was replaced with complete indifference. He mostly acts like I don't exist now.
How did you end up at the monastery?
If you can believe it, I was basically kidnapped. My mother ordered an attendant to stuff me in a bag while I was sleeping. By the time I figured out what was going on, I was already here. For a while, I was sure I was going to die. But here I am. Look at me, still breathing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you down talking like that about my past. Just forget everything I told you. There's no point in talking about myself anyway. Idiot! Oh, this is why everyone hates you, Bernie!
Thank you for confiding in me.
What? No, it's not... Oh, Professor! How can you be so kind to me? I don't deserve it. I'm sorry. Please don't look at me.
Poor Bernie.
Amazing, no?
Let's put this to the test.
I think I...
Well done. You have my thanks.
Impressive. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
So, still no Mercedes. You know, let's try the hero. Advanced CO. 45% chance. Ooh. 45% chance. Let's go. I did it. I am the best.
A new path to tread.
I am the best. Dun dun dun. Do I make you a dark mage or save it for the dark bishop? Oh, you need to be a dark mage to become a dark bishop. What am I saying?
I've packed.
Right, back to battle mode. Battle in the forest. So, all the level 12s. Brigand. What do you have? Sword fair. Okay. Oh, and built-in vantage. Okay. Interesting. So it's a class that still specializes in swords, basically. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun.
Is that thanks a bunch? Come back.
Stay focused.
My one. It's a
Oh. Right, who's the lowest level?
Is that thanks a bunch? Come back.
Stay focused. I could have. Such.
Stand here.
It's...
If only...
Stop gaining strength, please. You're a magic boy. Right, who's the lowest? 30. Bernie again.
Is that thanks a bunch? Come back.
Stay focused.
Whoa.
It's...
Oh, that was it. Okay. The Gautier inheritance. A group of thieves led by a disowned son of House Gautier has stolen a hero's relic and begun to run amok. Seeking to neutralize this threat, the church is sending your house there to settle the matter.
This weather is unfortunate. Those villagers were right when they said a storm was brewing. But they were more afraid of an attack than they were of the storm. Let's end this quickly.
The thieves have taken Conan Tower as their base. There it is in the distance.
Miklon must be more skilled than your average thief to have overtaken a place like that.
This area was the site of a massive battle several hundred years ago, when invasions from the north were at their peak. This tower was built for both surveillance and defense. It will be difficult to seize it.
You know your history, Gilbert. If I recall correctly, you're from the kingdom, aren't you?
I left my home long ago. If you have any questions about the mission, I'd be happy to answer them.
What do you know about the leader of the thieves?
House Gautier has always placed great importance on whether or not someone bears a crest. Margrave Gautier has 2 sons. A crest never manifested for his eldest. It's not hard to imagine why he left, and wound up in this sort of life.
There's no reason that crests should have the power to dictate someone's destiny. Don't you agree, Gilbert? He was just another victim of cruel fate. Forsaken by the goddess, who now demands his execution.
Dun, dun. I don't know, for some reason I like everyone to be in their order. Okay, so you, then it's Petra, then it's Dorothea, then it's Bernie, then it is Caspar, Lindhart, Lindhart, Ferdinand, Hubert, Edelgard. I just like everyone being in their order for some reason.
The enemy is close by. We're almost to the top floor.
They have nowhere left to flee, so the situation is in our favor. All we have to do is chase them down. I will prevail.
Stay focused.
Leave it to me. I will get the victory.
Oh, Petra, I'm gonna leave
That's my cue.
here with Dorothea.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Oh no.
As you wish. Put me in there.
Witness my power. Failure is not an option.
Enemies approach from the lower floors. Watch the rear flank.
It all comes down to this. Predictable.
If you hit Bernie, you make her stronger.
Witness frigid pride. One more success.
Two coming.
You are nothing. You see that?
What? I don't know what that means, Joe. And I don't care to. I've had a fair few drinks, I can tell.
Anywhere I can hide. I knew that.
I've seen the picture. Oh, this is Snilf. Hey Jim, why are you on Joe's account? I have drunk a fishbowl worth of blue loot. Look. God. Struggling.
I thought I was dead.
Hey Joe. Did Jim mug your phone? Is that what happened? I can't tell if that's Rowan or Gabby. Are you all still at Spoons? Ah.
Here we... It's an ambush.
Ambush. Ah. Valoroso? Right. Kill him.
You could have at least tried.
Right makes might, right?
No hesitation. Each battle a chance to grow.
Show me more.
Wow, I can't believe I can hit Miklon from here. Now, what would happen if Bernie kills him?
So, you think you can take the lance from me? I'll kill you. I'll kill every last one of you!
Yes, Bernie. Oh, he's charging.
I just worked harder.
Oh, but now we got this trash music. Oh, Fodlan wins is so much better than that.
This is our chance.
Flame Spirit, protect me. I will not be stopping. Caution is needed. One more success. I work. I thank you. Well, like what you see.
For Lady Edelgard.
No one makes it past me.
Watch and learn. It's over. You didn't give it your all.
You won't outpace me. Witness my power. So
Now's my chance.
Oh, she's got Death Blow. That means now she pretty much one-shots everything once it's equipped. Ow.
You inspire. I will get the victory. Allow me. I created a plan.
Oh, this has to get through.
Now you know your limits.
You fought well.
Apologies.
Micklon's on his way.
No use. Flame spirit, protect me. I thank you.
Am I done yet?
Think this through. Witness my power. You'll be repaid. Well done. I will prevail.
As expected.
I'm curious. Does Gilbert say something to Micklon? Let's check.
It's still raring to go. What a jump. Thanks for helping.
Predictable.
Oh, why'd you attack the archer? You loser. No, saying nothing. Oh, but he's on 1 HP.
Of course I won.
I owe you one.
Right, heal you. Actually, don't use that.
I will prevail.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Because
This
let's
was
see,
beneath
I
me.
want everyone to be at full health for the boss. So, Lysithia, heal Violet.
Well done.
Except Bernadetta, because she does better on low health. Alright, see if you have a conversation. See your conversation with them. You didn't have one. I could have thought you had one. Oh well.
Not bad for your kind. A bunch of spoiled, rotten children. What the hell? Dad, look at that! I'm out of here! Hold on! No! Ah!
Rip.
That form. Oh my. Is this your first time fighting such a thing?
Such is the fate of one whose life is corrupted by a crest stone. How pitiable. The least we can do is put an end to his suffering.
Dun, 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 dun. How much damage? 12 times 2. It's 24. Heal Gilbert.
Appreciate it. If only my...
Oh no. That's my cue.
Ah, thank you. I will get the victory.
As you wish.
Oh yeah, Gilbert kills himself on him. Doesn't matter if I healed him. At least you dodged. Right.
Put me in there.
Do 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 do.
stay focused.
Sorted.
Goddess. The beast is gone, yet Miquelon and the lance remain.
It is done. Let's retrieve the lance and depart at once.
Thought so.
That man, his form was changed. It was as though that lance was swallowing him whole. Upon that sight, it makes sense that your students were upset. I wonder if those relics truly hide such power. Yet even still, that power seems familiar. That form as well. As one who wields the sword of the Creator, does that mean you possess that power too?
Professor, you have returned. The goddess is indeed generous with her divine protection. I have already heard Gilbert's report about what happened. See to it that you keep what transpired at the tower to yourself. People would lose faith in the nobles should rumors spread of one using a relic and transforming into a monster. All regions of Fodland would fall into chaos. We must avoid that at all costs. Please ensure the students who accompanied you understand that as well. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, of course.
His transformation into a black beast was nothing short of divine punishment from the goddess. Punishment for someone arrogant and foolish enough to use a hero's relic even though they were unworthy and unqualified.
Will I share the same fate?
If someone without a crest were to wield the relic you possess, they would likely meet the same fate as Miquelon. You, however, have been chosen. You are worthy of wielding the sword of the Creator, so there is no need to worry. The Church will formally return the lance to House Gautier, if you would. You have my gratitude. I can see that I was right to trust you with this. Please report back. I will tell you of your new mission for the coming moon at that time.
I assume the Archbishop was pleased with your performance. Did you return the Lance of Ruin?
Yes.
I keep thinking about what Gilbert told us.
About House Gautier?
Yes. Miquelon was discarded by his family because he was born without a crest. Eventually, he became a masterful thief and gathered enough ruffians to capture a fortress. Right or wrong, he was a gifted leader. He could have been a great asset to Fodlan. What a waste! It's true that a crest can increase your magical abilities and allow you to wield the full might of a hero's relic. But one cannot measure a leader's worth based solely on whether or not they bear a crest. There are plenty of talented people in this world without one.
I completely agree.
People believe crests are blessings from the goddess, that they're necessary to maintain order in Fodlan. But the people are wrong. Crests are to blame for this brutal, irrational world we live in. Their power is granted only to a select few, whom we elevate and allow to rule the world. Have you ever wondered if the only way to create a truly free world is to dispense with the goddess and the crests? Do that, and people will have no choice but to rise and fall by their own merits.
Lady Edelgard, I question whether you revealed too much to the Professor.
Perhaps I did.
It is true that our teacher possesses a rare talent. Even I cannot deny it. The ability to wield the sword of the Creator is concerning.
I've already explained this to you. my power alone is insufficient. That's why I'm borrowing power from those people. If our teacher can wield it in my stead, I believe that would be for the best.
It's a risk. A dangerous one. You leave me no choice but to take matters into my own hands. Please excuse me.
I can't hide from the truth. I can't do all that I must on my own. If all I can rely on is my own ambition, my path won't be easy. Is it so risky to reach out my hand? Father, I swear I will not stop until I succeed. My regret, my grief, my whole life, I've thrown it all away into the darkness.
Professor, you have done well to complete such a difficult task. You have shown exceptional skill in leading your students. I am forever grateful for the safe return of the hero's relic. Just as I expected, you have mastered the sword of the Creator. Now then, I shall tell you about your mission for the coming month.
Archbishop!
Seteth, what troubles you?
Flayn is missing. I cannot find her anywhere. Professor, have you seen Flayn recently?
I have not.
I have searched everywhere. Where could she be? She may be in danger. Oh no, 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 what am I to do?
Calm yourself, Seteth. Professor, we shall continue our discussion another time.
Part 1. White Clouds. Horsebow Moon. Rumors of a Reaper. As cold air begins to creep in from the north of Fargus, Fodlan welcomes the riches of fall. The women spend their days reaping the golden fields, gratefully embracing the bounty the goddess has once again provided. The men venture into the wilds with horsebows and empty sacks ready to be filled with game.
You're curious now how Edelgard is doing. Go for a visit. Yes.
Oh, it's you. Out late again, I see. What brings you here?
I could ask you the same.
I just wanted some fresh air. There's a lovely breeze tonight. I always wander outside when sleep evades me.
I couldn't sleep either.
So I see. Still, it's ill-advised to stay up so late. I should get some sleep too, but... Have you ever felt a sort of longing for the outdoors? I have. There are times I long for the warmth of the sun, for a sweet breeze on my face. Do you remember what I told you the other night? About my past? None of my siblings had a chance to lead the sort of life they deserved. An ordinary life.
I remember.
My siblings and I we were imprisoned underground, beneath the palace. The objective was to endow our bodies with the power of a major crest. I have always possessed the crest of Seiros, inherited through the Hresfeld bloodline. But it was only a minor crest, and most of my siblings bore no crest at all. In order to create a peerless emperor to rule Fodlan, they violated our bodies by cutting open our very flesh. Now here I stand, the fruit of that endeavor, Edelgard von Hresvelg. But that came at too high a price. The others were sacrificed. Ours weren't the only lives devastated by that terrible process. Innocents died as well, without even knowing what they were dying for. And there you have it, the truth of the Hresvelg's empire.
Who's to blame?
The Prime Minister and his gaggle of nobles. They had the empire under their thumbs. My father, the Emperor, tried to stop him, but it was futile. My father was nothing but a puppet on a string by then. He was powerless to save us. I know how it all sounds, but when you see my true strength, you will know I speak the truth. I have kept it hidden all this time, but I will reveal to you the power of my second crest. It is the same as yours, the crest of flames. When it manifested for me, I swore a silent oath. For the sake of my family, and for all the poor souls whose lives were traded for my existence. For their sake, I will build a world where such meaningless sacrifice is never again sanctioned. As Emperor, I will change the world. I swear it.
I believe that's the support conversation we had to see. It sounds like Mercedes wants to join Byla's house. Finally. Yes.
Oh, Professor. I have a small request for you. I'd love it if you would add me to your class. I can just tell that studying under you every day would be such a treat. Wow, really? Thank you so much. I'm so happy. I hope to learn a lot from you.
As I believe you are already aware, Seteth's younger sister Flayn has gone missing. At present, all we know for certain is that she has not left Garreg Mach.
Flayn is not the type of person to just wander off on her own without telling me where she is going. We have searched the monastery thoroughly, but have found nothing. I am now mobilizing the knights to begin searching the town. Troubling rumors have been running rampant lately. I do not wish to consider the worst, but...
Troubling rumors.
There are rumors of someone prowling the streets and attacking innocents night after night. The Knights have investigated the matter. They have not discovered any remains, nor have they found any concrete evidence.
The people are panicked. They all insist someone called the Death Knight is coming to claim their souls with his blade.
The Death
There is
Knight?
no way she could have escaped unscathed if she were captured by such a fiend. Where is she?
Seteth, recall that impatience begets error. Please do your best to calm yourself. I think of your sister as family as well. You know that. You have my support. We will devote ourselves fully, mind, body, and soul to recovering her. Professor, your mission for this month is to help find Flayn. The Knights have the town covered, so I ask that you focus your efforts on searching the monastery again. We do not have time to waste. You have your orders.
Flayn has gone missing? Most unsettling.
It doesn't seem likely that she's simply gotten lost. I'll help in any way that I can.
So, our mission this month is to find her? Well then, let us hurry and locate her before anyone else.
I hope Flayn is okay. What would happen if... Just what would we do if... You can't think like that, Byrne. Seteth would have a heart attack if he heard you.
I've heard that she has a crest, but I suppose for this moment that is irrelevant.
We'll start by gathering information. Someone must have seen Flayn recently.
Right. If we work together, I'm certain we'll find her.
It's Petra's birthday.
I have gratitude.
Oh my. Just one small girl who's gone astray has caused all this. We cannot let this stand. You must do all you can to find out where she's gone. Now ask around to see what information you can find. Come now, no time to waste.
We must begin our search for Flame, Professor. If she ran off of her own free will, that's her business. But that may not be the case. For her sake, I suggest we assume that she was abducted and begin an investigation. Who benefits from kidnapping her? Let's gather all the information we can on anyone who's been acting strangely. I have a favor to ask.
Professor!
Hey, Professor, have you seen Manuela? I saw her running off somewhere in a terrible hurry. I wonder if it has anything to do with Flane's disappearance. Do you know, Professor?
You're on a first name term. You're on first name terms with Professor Manuela.
Oh, yes. Didn't you know? She was the senior diva in our opera company.
Flane was child-napped. That is what you are thinking? And the villain is inside our monastery? I must have admittance. One person has been catching my eye. Shamir is a knight not like other knights. Her movements are being reminders of... No. They remind me of Warriors of Brigid. Before she was here, what was she getting up to?
Flame? No, I haven't seen her. She's been abducted. Oh, you're looking for her. Sorry, my mind was somewhere else. I just recently learned she has a crest. Did you know that, Professor? If it was a particularly rare crest, I could imagine Professor Hanneman would have quite an intense interest in her. Oh, no, I'm not accusing Professor Hanneman of abducting Flane.
Sounds like you are, mate.
Hello.
You what?
To think that Flame would disappear like this. Seth must be worried sick. I haven't much to go off of, and perhaps it's out of line for me to feel so uncomfortable. But something has been bothering me for a while about Gilbert. I feel as though I've met him somewhere before.
Gilbert
I
just
also
arrived
noticed
last
him
month.
staring intently at Annette once.
I'm just talking to all the accusers first.
Ah, you're looking for Flane's kidnapper. I can't say anything for sure, but I do have suspicions about Yaritza. There's something about how he's handling his blade lately. It seems more impulsive than usual. It couldn't hurt to try speaking with him at least. At this hour, I think you'll find him sparring with Catherine at the training grounds.
I hope Flane isn't going hungry. If someone really kidnapped her, I'll never forgive them. Now that I think about it, I saw Aloise hanging out by the pond not too long ago. He was always getting into trouble for trying to talk to Flane, you know? It's probably a crazy thought, but I'm starting to worry.
Not my boy Alois.
Where could Flane have gone? Do you think she's really been kidnapped?
Yes.
I hear Tomas has been going around asking about her. But he's probably just worried like the rest of us. Though it wasn't just Flane. He was asking about you and Captain Gerald, too.
That's all the accusations, I think.
I hope you're up for a challenge.
Dear, please,
Oh, I
May I ask a
skipped through
favor,
what
dear
she said.
goddess? Hear my prayer. Please watch over Flame. Please protect her.
What?
Hey, Professor, I'd love to catch up. Hey, how about a favor?
She just says the same things.
That's right.
Right.
I heard something like this happened last year, too. Neither the culprit nor the missing student were ever found last time. Some people say it was the work of evil spirits.
Then it could be the same culprit.
I thought the same. Could there be a connection?
I need to give this thing to Cyril quickly.
Let's see. I can't believe Flame just disappeared. I don't like it one little bit. Oh, are you here to see someone? Alois and Shamir and all the knights are gonna head into town soon.
Take the love
Thanks,
letter.
Professor.
That's from the woman. Tomas doesn't seem to be here right now. Dun dun dun.
Reflecting on it now, Flame has always seemed a rather odd person. She appears young, yet there's something about her that seems much older than her years suggest.
Ooh.
And she's quite wise, but also
Sorry.
surprisingly naive.
Maybe she's actually a ghost.
A ghost? Don't be absurd!
Hello, Gilbert.
Miss Flane's whereabouts are unknown. Pray she is safe. We do not seem to have any leads at present. I am one of the suspects, am I? Well, hopefully I can lay your suspicions to rest. Do you know of my, let's call it, unique situation?
Do you mean Annette?
I was once a knight, in service to the Fargus royal family. If Ingrid believes she saw me before, it was likely in Ferdiad, the kingdom capital. Annette is... she is my... But no. I would appreciate it, Professor, if you would ask no more.
Because of Flane's disappearance, all of the knights are searching non-stop. But we haven't found a single lead. Sedith's face is getting paler by the minute. It's hard to watch. What's that? You're looking for Manuela? Well, I did pass by her earlier. She was carrying something. A mask of some sort.
Euritha's mask?
I'm not close to the guy, so I can't say for sure. But come to think of it, you could be right.
Bum bum bum. I will find her, I swear it.
That is all I can ask. Please, lend me your aid. She would never have left the monastery of her own volition. Why is there not a trace of her to be found?
Did you hear about Flane? It's just one thing after another this year, I swear. Some of the lower-ranked knights are searching for her in the town. If they find anything, I'll know. What? Yuritsa? Come to think of it, I haven't seen him today. What would make you suspect him?
I heard that he goes out every night.
I see. Well, I'll let the knights know.
Impressive. Nice work.
Quickly, run!
Flame's not in here!
Are you sure about that?
I guess I have to let you in to prove it, don't I? There, see? No one's in Bernie's room but Bernie.
You're not in your room.
Maybe Flame just wanted to be alone for a while. Have you considered that? Come to think of it, where is her room anyway?
Let's see.
That's a good question.
Professor.
Hey there, Professor. Did you want to talk? What? Me? Abduct Flame? You can't really believe I did that.
I hear she was always yelling at you.
Oh, that's just because of my dumb jokes. She says that they're not very good. But if I went around kidnapping everyone who said that, the whole monastery would be empty.
At least he's honest.
Hello there. This one, yes. This one, yes. This one, yes. I thank you. This one, yes. 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 I thank you. Return soon, please.
Hey, welcome. You have a good, 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 pleasure doing business. You have a good, you have a good, you have a good, you have a good, pleasure. Come again.
What brings you here? I'm taking a break. Is this about Flame? You find me suspicious.
What did you do before coming to the monastery?
I was somewhere else, fighting. Is that a problem? I understand that I don't fit in among the Knights of Seiros, but that hardly links me to Flame's disappearance.
Professor? Greetings, Professor. Today, there is quite a bit to report. There is a masked individual who has been going into town every evening and not returning until the following morning. You see? Nothing gets past this guard. I doubt it has anything to do with Flame's disappearance, but... well, better safe than sorry, I always say.
Nothing gets past the guard other than Flame. Yeah.
This might be the first time I've ever seen Sethith look so worn down. If poor Flame was lured away by anyone, I personally think the clear suspect is that miscreant from Dusker. Those people are deceptive by nature.
Racist.
Young Flame's disappearance is most troubling. What? Who would suspect me? You know what? I'll tell you who. A fool. That's who.
You've already investigated her thoroughly.
Alas, Sethith would never allow that. However, while Flame's major crest of Sethlene is rare, there are others who possess it.
The real question is, if Flame is Sethlene, and she did not have any children, how is it that other people have the crest of Sethlene?
If Flame has been taken hostage, then we know she is alive. At least for now. There would be no point to abducting her if simple murder was the objective. That's only logical, Professor.
Unless she wasn't abducted and was murdered.
Let's see.
Whoa. I
can only imagine how worried Sedith must be, but isn't mobilizing the entire Order of Knights a bit excessive? I was originally assigned to investigate those reports of the Death Knight in the town near Garreg Mach. When I think how many more victims that dastard might claim while we're all busy searching for Flayn. I'm sorry, that was insensitive. We're all under a lot of stress right now. It's important that we find her quickly.
Let's see.
There have been a lot of rumors swirling around lately about a Death Knight who kidnaps people from the nearby town. You don't think Flayn was, you know, do you?
We can't rule it out.
Whether the rumors are true or not, I just hope our Flayn is safe.
Hi.
Professor? What is it? Is something the matter? I see. So, Flayn has gone missing. I will do what I can to support the search. It seems that you are a bit suspicious of me. Might I ask your reasons?
Why were you asking about my father?
It has been 2 decades since I last knew Gerald, yet he looks nearly identical to my memory of him. It is only natural to be curious, don't you think? I assure you, there is nothing more to it than that.
Sus. I don't buy it. I think Tomas is sus.
I didn't mean to trouble you.
Need something? This one? You're all set. This one? You're up. See you again soon.
Yay, all the statues are fixed.
I've served here at Garreg Mach in some capacity or another for several decades now.
But after all that time, even I can't claim to know everything about the layout.
Searching the entire interior of the monastery is a more difficult task than you may think.
It makes you wonder who designed such a titanic compound.
There are fragments of records remaining from its original construction, but none of them name an actual architect.
Hello there. Professor, I have looked everywhere. Professor, have you still not found any leads regarding Flayn's whereabouts? I have looked everywhere. Not even the knights on guard have seen anything of note.
We will find her together.
Yes. Let us work together. It reassures me to have you by my side. May the goddess protect dear Flayn until she returns to us. May the... I... May the... I... Welcome, Professor. This is the first time I have welcomed you here, is it not? There is no need to be nervous. Please, come closer. When you speak with me here in this room, you are not speaking with the Archbishop, but with Rhea. It's just me.
Understood.
Such a sweet child. My apologies. I should not be treating you like a child. As Gerald's kin, somehow you don't seem at all a stranger to me. Speaking of Gerald, may I ask if he ever spoke of me to you?
He said you were frightening.
My, but that does sound like something Gerald would say. However, one would be remiss to not take circumstance into consideration. In order to rise to the role of Archbishop, one must maintain an unbiased approach to judgment. It oft requires a certain sternness of words and actions. However, I believe that the person who stands before you now is no longer frightening. At least, that is my hope. Since you are here, shall I tell you about the Gerald that I knew? By the look of it, You haven't heard much about his time at the monastery, have you? When I first met Gerald, he was quite young. Why, he could not even grow a full beard at that point. On one fateful occasion, the band of mercenaries he belonged to fought alongside the Knights of Seros. I was traveling with the Knights at the time, and Gerald jumped in front of an attack meant for me. He was gravely wounded, on the verge of death. I tended to his wounds in a desperate attempt to save his life. Thankfully, my efforts were not in vain. Gerald managed to escape a seemingly certain death. I made arrangements for him to receive further care at Garrick Mach. The moment he was deemed fully recovered, I invited him to join the Knights.
I didn't know. Thank you for telling me.
Well, it is not a story I have often repeated. Even at the monastery, there are not many who know that. I tell you this because, to me, you are the child of the one who saved my life all those years ago. And also...
Yes?
Never mind. It is nothing. I simply wanted to say that I trust you. By coming to visit with me today, you have... Well, suffice it to say that my day is brighter than it otherwise would have been. I thank you for that. May the god... I... 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 Hello, Professor. It is so nice to see you here. It brings me great joy to know that you wish to visit with me again. I have this odd feeling that recently you've been trying to avoid me.
That isn't so.
I am relieved to hear that. In any case, I am delighted by this opportunity to speak with you again. My, how laughable I must seem. I imagine you must be dumbstruck by how unbecoming my behavior is for the Archbishop of all of Fodlan.
I'm sorry to have made you feel that way.
Oh, please do not waste your apologies on me. I am perhaps oversensitive, but thank you all the same. You are very kind. In any case, how are you feeling? Have you experienced anything strange since you began wielding the Sword of the Creator?
Can't say that I have.
Oh, I am glad. There are so many legends about that blade. I was worried that carrying it may result in some strange side effect. Has there really been nothing odd? A tightness in your chest? Strange dreams? Anything of the sort?
Actually, there's a young girl.
So you saw a young girl, and she appeared to you like a phantom? I'm afraid I can't explain such an occurrence, but it may very well have something to do with that relic of yours. Please know that you are welcome to come to me about anything. I am here for you, always. By the way, when I see you at work giving such splendid guidance to all of your students, I want you to know that it brings me great joy, as though I myself am receiving the benefit of your kindness. May the...
Okay.
You there?
Really?
Hello there.
People here. Talk to.
Professor!
Yes.
Professor! I saw him. The knight wielding a gigantic scythe. He was just like the rumors say, all covered in jet black armor. It was the Death Knight. I just know it. You don't think he has something to do with Flane's disappearance, do you?
Maybe.
really think Flane was kidnapped?
She must have been.
I have a feeling you're right. We really need to find her, and quickly.
Ignat.
I've only ever spoken to Flane a handful of times. She always seems so naive about the ways of the world. I'm worried about her.
You think she'd be easily deceived?
Yes, I'm afraid so. I just hope she comes home safe.
Interesting.
Hello.
I don't know if she ran off or got kidnapped or what. I just know that Flane's in trouble. That's it. I can't keep sitting around. I gotta go find her. Now, where do I start?
Professor! The whole monastery has been turned upside down. I wonder if we're still going to have the Battle of the Eagle and Lion next month. It's a yearly tradition, but with things the way they are right now, it's hard to imagine. At any rate, I hope they find Flane soon.
Huh? Ow! Ingrid just about slapped the teeth out of my head. All I did was suggest that Flane might have eloped.
Is that a possibility?
I don't know. I was just suggesting things, and suddenly I was seeing stars and Ingrid was yelling at me.
A beautiful, delicate maiden vanishing into thin air? It is like something out of a book.
If it were a book, we would have no need to worry. She would be rescued presently by a dashing nobleman. Do you have any idea as to where she might be? Where she might have wandered off to?
Perhaps she went looking for treats.
That is what I thought. Why I am here, in fact. But she is nowhere to be seen.
It always lags when going down this bit here.
If Flane were taken hostage, I expect we would have received demands from the culprit by now. Perhaps this is not a kidnapping at all. Do you suppose she could have simply run away?
I don't think so.
What could it be then? What possible motive could there be to abduct her?
Let's see. I have thoroughly surveyed the entire monastery, and yet I have not found a single trace of evidence that suggests Flane was abducted. Perhaps we must seek out personal recounts rather than physical evidence. In any case, we must hurry before something terrible happens.
I've heard the monastery is full of secret passages. If there is no sign of Flane's departure, it is possible that she used one of those. Whatever has happened, I hope she is all right.
I bet Flane ran away. She couldn't stand being held back by Sedith any longer. I can empathize. I know what it's like to have an overbearing big brother.
Flane's gone missing. Where could she be? If it were an ordinary kidnapping, you'd think there'd be a demand for ransom or something by now. I don't like the sound of this.
Professor, I knew I could count on you. Manuela ran off with Yuritsa's mask? We'll have to speak with both of them. But where could Manuela be? Yuritsa is likely at the training grounds, or in his quarters on the eastern side of the Knight's Hall.
Right, time to feast with my students. Right. Ferdinand with Mercedes. And Lysithia and Linhart.
This is...
This is...
Eating...
Who? Bernie and Petra. So actually, no, you can get paired in with Bernadetta. So Alois and Bernadetta. Let's see.
There's no.
Here.
Ah, they have a unique thing. I didn't know that. Hang on a sec. I need to get back. I need to see that.
I can eat so much of.
There's no one I'd rather eat with than the Professor and Alois.
Here, here. This old chair keeps creaking. I fear it's on its last legs. Ha!
Ba-dum.
I would be liking that greatly.
Oh,
Oh, only Hubert. Okay. The two retainers.
While I like this.
Right, Caspar and Petra B support.
Caspar, that equipment is new. It is suiting. It suits you.
Oh, right. Thanks.
You get more strength each day. I do not want to be falling behind.
I'm impressed with how much stronger you've gotten too. More than I have.
No, Caspar, you are impressing to me. I want to be training with you.
Just hold on, Petra.
What is wrong?
It's your attitude. How can you act so casual around me? My father killed your father. You shouldn't be able to stand the sight of me. You actually hate me, right? That's fine. I can take it. I completely understand. Just be honest. Give it to me straight. If our roles were reversed, I don't think I'd be able to forgive you. I don't understand how you can just...
You are not the one who did the killing, Caspar. Our parents had conflict, but we are not them. I have no worry about it. You should not either.
I don't need to worry? Impossible! I don't think I'll ever be...
You must. If not, the conflict will keep carrying on. If children cannot forgive, it will not ever have an ending. Is that what you are wanting?
Well, of course not.
Please, give it some thinking. I will be leaving now.
There we go. Okay. Oh. Why is my camera frozen? My camera was frozen. Come on, come back. You gonna come back on camera? There we go. Oh, why am I being choppy? Uh-oh. Yes.
I would be liking that greatly.
Nothing is...
Look, Professor! We did great! Aha!
Okay, Mercedes doing what I want. You need a concoction. You can put the vulneraries away. Right, Mercedes is obviously the lowest leveled.
Well, is thanks a bunch. Come back.
Stay focused. We must...
I think I'll need to buy more smithing stones. I reckon. All the level 15s.
Is that thanks a bunch. Come back.
Actually, how many smithing stones have I got? Oh, none.
Stay focused.
Perhaps.
This... Any.
Stay focused.
You have not gained strength in a while, and I'm a little bit worried.
Hope this.
No. Pray. I.
In love.
Oh. Help.
Oh.
Professor, may I ask you something?
Sure. There's so much to do and never enough time in which to do it. Sleep is a nuisance. My body forces me to slow down, even though my mind doesn't want to. Do you have any tips for shaking tired feelings away? Sleeping when you're tired is best for you.
I see. Professor.
It's Catherine's birthday. I do not care.
Amazing, no?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, sadly I need to explore again because I am out of smithing stones.
Hello there. This one, yes? This one, yes? I think. Return soon, please.
Hey there. Is this it? Is this... There you go. Is this it? There you go. Is this... 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 There you go. Come back anytime.
Hello there. This one, yes? I think. Return soon, please.
Go to the greenhouse.
May the goddess... I...
There's no one I'd rather eat with than the Professor and Alois.
Hear, hear. This old chair.
Always had this.
This...
Eating... Oh, I...
Well, it's the same situation as last time. It's Hubert left.
While I have little... That's...
Right, Ferdinand and Mercedes B- support.
Come on, sell it to me!
Huh? What's going on here? Hey, stop that! Can't you see he's not interested?
We're just talking business here, now move it along!
Oh, I just thought it looked a little... Actually, now I'm curious. What kind of business are you conducting? I've been told I have a keen eye for appraisal.
Just trying to buy a sword. I told him to name his price, but he won't give it up.
Any price? You must be able to afford anything your heart desires. But did you consider that he might have a good reason not to sell it? Maybe it's a family heirloom. Or simply his favorite sword.
No one asked for your appraisal, now move it! Or are you looking for trouble?
That is quite enough. You would dare threaten a woman? I will not permit such ungentlemanly conduct.
Oh, hello, Ferdinand. Do you have an opinion on all this?
Behind me, milady. I will protect you.
Who are you? You looking for trouble too?
Keep your distance, gutless knave. I just cleaned my sword, and if I maim you, I will have to clean it again. Neither of us wants that, so I suggest you leave at once.
Ah, forget it. You're not worth my time.
Ah, thank you so much. You saved me there.
Well, that is taken care of. Are you hurt, Mercedes?
Hurt? No, I'm fine. We were only talking.
Ah, I am glad. I do not abide uncouth behavior. Stopping it is my duty as a noble.
Sup? How you feeling? How you feeling, Snilf? Are you guys still out in town? Fair. Right, Alois and Bernie sea support.
Okay, I must drop off these papers with Bernadetta. I'm not sure how to go about this. She's as timid as a mouse, and that's when speaking to people her own age. She'll likely scream the second she sees me. Maybe this is a mistake. All that noise is going to frighten the other students.
Hi. Can I help you?
Ah, hello. I have some business with Bernadetta. I wasn't sure how to approach her.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but okay. What business do you have with Bernie?
I was supposed to deliver this, you see. Perhaps you can take it off my hands?
Right. Thanks for taking the time.
No trouble at all. Here it is.
Thanks. I'm going to head in now, if that's okay.
Whew, that's quite a relief. How kind of Bernadetta's friend, making that delivery for me. Wait a second. That was Bernadetta. But it couldn't have been. She spoke so normally. She didn't act frightened at all. In fact, she was quite friendly. Ouch! Oh, yes, it still hurts when I pinch my cheek, so I'm not dreaming. I'm glad the ordeal's done with, but now I feel terribly confused and a little worried. Meek little Bernadetta, what have they done to you?
If I'm honest, I've never seen their support conversation before. I don't think I've seen their support chain. Does Alois take her on like a daughter or something? Because he's already married. Like, how dare you do that to Bernie?
You're really on the move today. A lot to get done, I take it?
Supports for Byleth only turn up at the monastery when you teleport. So I just warped to get to see where the support conversation would be, and then I warped to the support conversation.
I'm happy to help. Tell me, is there anything I can do to lighten your load a bit?
Nothing comes to mind.
Oh, surely there must be something. Don't be shy about asking for help. We're practically siblings, after all, cut from the same cloth. I was raised by Gerald just as you were, so we should have no trouble getting along.
You think we're like siblings?
Well, I'll confess there is a considerable age gap between us. My parents died when I was small, and I came to live in the monastery. It was an aimless existence. But sometimes a knight would pass by wearing magnificent armor. That knight was Gerald. And the first time he laid eyes on me, he made me his squire. What was he thinking, huh?
Sounds like Gerald.
No kidding. I don't think I'll ever fully understand his logic.
That doesn't really matter, to be honest. Dun, 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 dun. You just don't get to hear about the ring, but you still get the ring, I think.
Later, I heard that the squire preceding me had died of a terrible plague. I looked a bit like him and was about the same age, so Gerald thought me a suitable replacement.
You do, because I've done that before. You do.
A little nutty, old Gerald, there's no doubt about that. Quite a character. All that was more than 30 years ago. How time flies.
30 years. You'll roast me anyway.
Right. I wasn't even 15 years old. Well, Gerald hardly seems to have aged since then. In fact, over drinks he once told me, perhaps that's a story for another day. At any rate, that's Gerald for you. One of a kind. I don't think there's anyone else quite like him.
Yeah, probably not.
Right. Well, now you've heard my whole story. I hope that you understand now why I feel such a strong sense of attachment to you. If you're ever in a bind, just give me a holler. I'll help however I can.
Thanks for offering, but I can handle myself.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I'll let you get back to it. But truly, if I can take anything off your plate, don't hesitate to let me know.
Time to battle Yuritsa. Let's go. Live, laugh, the sofa. The sofa. Why?
Professor Yuritsa, are you there?
He does not seem to be here. Hmm? On the ground. Professor Manuela!
Oh. Wow, okay, I just looked it up. They don't get a paired ending, even though they go to A support? Not even a platonic one? Just a platonic paired ending? Other characters get that. Is she dead?
No, she's just unconscious. Someone clearly attacked her.
Look at her hand. It looks as though she is pointing at something. There.
How convenient is it that Manuela fell to the floor with her hand pointing towards
There's an opening behind that shelf.
that?
Perhaps a secret passageway.
What is the meaning of... Wait, is that Manuela? What happened here?
We know as much as you do. She needs to be taken to the infirmary.
Yes, of course. And quickly. Give me a hand, child.
Understood. I'll support her head. Professor, I'll be back shortly. Please be careful.
Edelgard is the only one Hanneman doesn't yell at. The only lord. He's like, you there, help me carry Manuela back right now. For the other two.
Does this mean Professor Yuritsa did it? Could he also have kidnapped Flame?
We should start by investigating this passageway. Do you agree, Professor?
Let's investigate.
Agreed. The culprit could be hiding inside.
That settles it. We'll take the offensive. Here we come, you monsters!
Shall we, Professor?
Yeah. We kill every last one of them.
I never would have imagined. I see someone. They're unconscious.
Is it Flame?
Yes. And there is someone else, too. It appears to be another student.
Someone's coming. I recognize that Scythen mask. It's that jerk we fought at the Holy Mausoleum.
Nani?
That sword. You must be. One of us will die. The other will live. I will enjoy this dance of damnation.
Rapturous.
Welcome. Come back.
Okay, U5 are gonna go this way. And U5 are gonna go this way. Okay.
Well.
Oh yeah, Jim, I've decided. When I do Blue Lions, it's gonna be maddening.
Our objective is to recover Flame. Let us hope we are not too late. Something odd about the floor over there. What will happen if we step on it?
It will be.
Stay focused. Allow me to demonstrate. Each battle a chance to grow.
And yes, I made Biodeath a hero because I made them a sword
Ferdinand
master
von
last
Eyre.
time.
As you wish.
Battle.
Here we go.
I will get the victory.
Leave it to me.
Oh no.
That's my cue.
Don't want to make him a Fortress Knight because I'll already have to do as a Fortress Knight.
Put me in there.
Splendor of nobility.
This was beneath me.
And I'll already have so many other lance users as well.
Watch and learn.
He doesn't learn dark magic. Why would I make someone a dark mage if they can't learn dark magic? Dark mage is basically... Yeah, but dark mage and dark bishop are basically Hubert's personal class. Flowing robes are for losers. They're not cool. They just get in the way when you're fighting.
Should I have held back?
Plus it's maddening mode, and I think I'll need my one of the few early game tanks.
Only a fool challenges me.
No, they're dumb. They're not good. Flowing robes aren't good.
Must be awful losing to me.
Yeah, well, says the person who forgot to talk to Gerald. You know what? I hope you don't get the ring.
Contraptions in the floor. Stay alert.
You're losing an S support, which means one extra game.
I think.
But Tempest Lance is not even that great of a unit of a use of a combat art. There's so much better ones there.
You were outmatched.
Vengeance.
There's
All the combat arts are good early game if you can't double.
This was beneath me.
That was nothing. I will not hold back. You are nothing. I have an idea.
No, I don't want to use Rash Strike. I want to use Curved Shot. Hey, Curved Shot is a great combat art. Way better than Tempest Lance. Ugh.
appreciated.
Okay. Or just Divine Pulse.
I'd rather be napping.
But you're not cool though.
Let's keep our guard up.
You're neither of those things. Okay, you're definitely that. You're definitely a little bit drunk. But I have to respectfully disagree.
Can I go now?
I thank you.
Fair enough. Right,
I can fight through
you have the
anything.
dog here.
Back to the fray.
I think very few people appreciate that.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Of course, you can't appreciate what doesn't exist.
Thank you.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Debatable. Why is it unfortunate for me? I don't care. Cut away the scales from your eyes. I wonder what would happen if I shot the Death Knight from here. Would Bernie just die? But let's at least see the combat forecast. Ow. Let's at least see the combat forecast. Oh yeah, she just dies. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Don't like them.
You could have at least tried.
I'd like to take it easy.
I don't like seafood.
It's not over yet. I will.
As expected.
Let the lesson begin.
You fought well. Truly amazing.
So you have come. I'll make sure you never leave.
Okay.
Battle. Let's do this.
Shut.
My heart is full of victory.
Have you ever ran Swordmaster Petra by any chance? Oh, fair enough. Because I've never ran it. Going pretty well so far.
Victory.
Of course, she's not a swordmaster yet, but you know what I mean. No, never done it.
It's done.
I just killed a Duke Garth lookalike.
This is what I do.
This is going to hurt, okay?
Oh, is it one of the classes where the character doesn't wear their unique look in that class unless you set them to it? Like Felix, for example, his unique look is his Swordmaster outfit.
Not so fast.
I will not be stopping. Hard work.
You've just made Bernie stronger. You fool.
All roses have thorns.
I'll wait for them to attack me. Pull the lever. Where's the door key? It's a ranged attack. What? I can't Tempest Lance at range. And also, Tempest Lance is plus 8 might. He gets left with 10 HP. Are you dumb? Can you count? No. Jamie can't count.
Hardly worth my time.
No, Jim, I think you're just cringe. Oh, you took the door key. You play Fire Emblem. What do you mean you can't count? The act of playing Fire Emblem means you claim you're able to count. Have I got a door key? No. I have to wait for Dorothea to get over. Oh no. True. Okay, so that one sends you over there. Okay, it's that one. Okay. You need a chest key. Okay. Would you say Hubert's magic is good or bad at the moment? 25 at level 18. Right, I need you to walk back. Not really. Oh, Pedra's over here still.
You inspire.
I sure wish my door key wasn't locked onto a 4-move unit. On a time-limited map. Huh?
I needed that.
Okay. Right, Ferdinand, you're gonna open the door. But after Bernie shoots everything.
Am I done yet? I... Can I go now? Am I done yet?
Oh, never mind.
You're having a bit too much
I
fun.
forgot if you kill all the scene, you can't play anymore.
You are getting in the way of my game.
So, quick question. Actually, I'll ask this later, never mind.
You'll have more opportunities to play soon. Your work here is done.
Understood. I will go.
We will cross paths again.
Yeah, no
I
Dark
am
Seal
the
for me.
Flame Emperor. It is I who will reforge the world.
Oh well. I only need the one from my village
Flame
then.
Emperor. Rather worrisome that he sounds intent on showing up again.
Hey.
Are they both okay? We should get them out of here. The enemy is withdrawn. Let's carry them up.
How am I the MVP? Hang on. Bernie should have been the MVP.
They're pale and their pulses are slow. Still, I don't believe their lives are in danger.
You found Flame? Where?
You missed the most important part of the mission. We found her within that secret passage. The culprits were the Death Knight and... what was his name? Ah, the Flame Emperor. Sadly, they got away.
All that matters is Flame's safety. Right, Professor?
Right.
We will take these two to the infirmary. Professor, please inform Sedith.
Whatever the circumstance, I'm glad Flame is safe. Though I'm curious to find out who that other girl is. Huh? Professor? Is that a smile? You look happy. I don't think I've ever seen you like this before. Anyhow, we should hurry to Sedith. He must be beside himself by now.
Professor, please allow me to express my eternal gratitude once more. Flame is safe and sound, and I have you to thank for that. Mere words could never express how thankful I am.
Jim, you're not wrong.
I am indebted to you.
I'm just happy she's safe.
Yes, indeed. I too am overjoyed.
But why was Flame taken to begin with?
Her kidnapper was the masked knight who vanished during the Rite of Rebirth, the one known as the Death Knight. Considering the circumstances, it seems plausible to assume that his true identity is Yuritsa. And we cannot forget about the mysterious Flame Emperor. His true motives are yet unclear. However, I have an idea. I believe the enemy may have been after Flame's blood. The blood that flows through her veins is special. It is extremely rare, and extremely dangerous. If enemies who know the secrets of Flame's blood have appeared, our only option is to leave the monastery and go into hiding.
Brother, wait.
Flayn, what are you doing here? You should be resting.
I do not like the path of your thoughts. I do not wish to live in some lonely, remote location where I never get to see anyone. Not ever again.
If we stay here, you may be targeted again. Wouldn't it be better for the two of us to live in peace?
Even if we ran off to some new, secret location, there is no guarantee that they would not find us. That is why I believe it would be safest to stay in the monastery, where we are surrounded by capable knights and professors.
I see your point. I do. However...
You know it is the only reasonable option. What if I were to join the professor's class?
It's a great idea.
You think so too? I am so very pleased to hear that. With a professor like you nearby, I shall be safe no matter what foe should appear.
I see. I am afraid you have a good point. Professor, due to my position, I have closely scrutinized everything about you. After all that has happened, I must admit that you are indeed a trusted ally. So what say you? Can I entrust you with Flayn's safety?
It'd be my pleasure.
I am so glad that Flayn is safe. Yet I can't help but wonder what the story is about that other girl. She wore the uniform of the academy. But who is she?
Well done, Professor. I see that I was right to ask your class for assistance. I have been told that Manuela and Flayn are recovering nicely, as is Monica.
Is Monica a student here?
Monica, the girl you rescued along with Flayn, is also a student of the Officers' Academy. However...
Yeah, and?
She is a student from last year's class. She went missing just before she would have graduated. It never occurred to us that something might have happened to her at the monastery. We assumed she had run away.
Sorry, after this is done
dreamed
anyway.
that we would find her. Not like this.
Monica has asked to rejoin the Black Eagle House once she has fully recovered. Our enemies are still out there, so we must remain cautious and continue our investigation. However, we must also help the students to move on from this incident.
After all, the Battle of the Eagle and Lion will be held in Gronder Field next month.
Yes, the students will remember it for the rest of their lives. Please guide them so that they may show us their best at the coming battle.
So, you'll be going to Gronder Field next month. You've never been there before, have you? There is unease in the western side of the Empire, but everything east of the capital, Enbar, is stable. Well, there was a noble rebellion a short while ago, but it didn't amount to much.
Will you come to the Battle of the Eagle and Lion?
Sorry, but I've got my own mission, and it's far from Gronder Field. The Church has always been quick to make use of those who work for them. What I'm more concerned about is finding out who among us is pulling the strings. Ever since the Rite of Rebirth, strange groups have been seen around Garreg Mach and elsewhere too. There was also an incident where some knights investigating these suspicious strangers turned up dead. Not that it's likely, but if something like that ever happens to me, search this room, every corner, behind every shelf. I'm going to leave something for you.
I promise.
Don't just nod solemnly. There's nothing to worry about. I'm just being cautious. Then again, I guess you're always solemn.